Alrighty guys, welcome back to another session of backtesting where I'm going to be backtesting another half month's worth of data. This is episode number 10 of our backtesting streams where we are going from 2022 all the way up until 2026 in one single stretch. If you guys are interested in checking out the rest of these videos, this entire process is going to be recorded and posted on my YouTube. And with that being said, if you guys like this type of content, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and use code REPLAY15 for 15% off every single month of your FX Replays subscription. So save a couple bucks every month. That'd be pretty cool, right? Again, Replay15, and away from that, let's drop straight into it. So the last month that we traded was June, came out with 16R on the month. That's over the course of these trades here. And one thing that I did take notice from the last sessions that I wrote down here in my notes is my higher winning sessions has a lot less trades, and my more sixes is I'm fighting to fucking survive, bro. Like if we're taking a look here, right, the 6% months is the 6 and 7% month, which is May and April, really fighting to survive, taking a lot of trades. And then versus a 16% month is like there's a lot of blank days here, so I'm being more picky with it and taking a lot less losses. So with that being said, I'm gonna be aiming more for like not lower frequency but higher quality frequency, right? And that's just with my filtering that I do have in place already, and also just respecting like another main focus that I'm trying to focus on right now that I have written here that I'm actually going to write now is going to be filtering V-shapes. I want to be able to filter and not have to take like I know I trade a lot, but it's like I trade a lot to get the reps in to find out why this one and why that one doesn't work and shit like that, right? So it's like getting in the fucking reps to find out what works and what doesn't, so we can kick out what doesn't and put in what does. And I want to be able to filter out the bad, filter the bad better, so that way I don't have to take as much trades now, right? And things that I found within the last couple sessions is the impacting of relevant levels is I want to wait for the continuations. The simultaneous CISDs is what I want to always wait for. If the market has expanded prior to the driver, then the driver I must wait for those deeper retracements to trade back down to the lowest points of the day, not at the lowest points of the day, right? I'm going to wait for all relevant levels to be swept in order to jump in, because some like that's again lining up with what the simultaneous CISDs. And yeah, that's basically what that is. And that's pretty much the notes that I've taken over the last couple of sessions for me to want to get better at this, right? So with that being said, let us jump into this. Let's get a fresh layout in. Yeah, let's drop straight into this. So this is going to be a Friday. Honestly, I would like to trade down to these levels. Or do we want to play TGIF? Because this is a very expansive week from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday expansion. There is a possibility for us to want to trade up higher. However, my like more so draw on liquidity is going to be lower. It really depends on how the driver does react, because I would love to trade TGIF, but I would hate to trade away from failure swings. That's basically all it is right now. And right now it's just like it could go higher, but it could go lower. I'm more so leaning on lower. Right. With that being said, the 6 a.m. profile really doesn't support bearish action. I don't like the way that we are already heading up to these highs. So I would more so want to wait for this high to get impacted. And then once this high gets impacted here, this is when we can go and take a look for those pushes back downwards. Right. So here could be your push downwards, and this would actually be perfect right now. Right. Okay. We are running into a relevant level though. So again, that's literally number 1 on my list, because I actually fucking have that problem within the last day. So we're about to run into this relevant level as it is separated from these levels down here. So with that being said, I'm going to wait to see for what the continuation entry, which is not given, and we inverse this gap, and now it's just a deeper retracement. So I really wouldn't want to trade that. Daily candle open low. I don't like the way that these lows are stacked up though. So we're still going to be bearish here, looking for a 15-minute swing. Obviously pushing right now, and we are breaking through these highs. So with it breaking through these highs, I can see market going up to this high actually. So it's no longer respecting this relevant level, and we are just straight up displacing straight through it. So if we're going to do that, then I might as well just go and trade higher and wait for a new 15-minute swing formation to get formed here, and then we can get this 15-minute SMT fill. Okay, so this is an SMT fill that's located like that. And now we have that strength switch SMT fill here, where now we can take notice that YM is heading lower. Actually, we'll take this. Yeah, we'll take this. This is actually pretty nice here. Right? Is this the highest point of the day? Yeah, this is actually really nice because this is your 15-minute CISD or 15-minute C2, 15-minute CISD. Ah, this is extremely fucking late though. Fuck, I missed it. YM is a lot weaker. Honestly, I was thinking we were going to this high, but we are reversing away from it, going back down lower. So I'm gonna take it here on NQ because NQ is still available anyway. We can trade these down to these lows like that, right? And that's your V shape off of a relevant high. And then we have all of those low resistance lows that is located below. So that does become your entry here. Stops now goes to break even. Stop out at break even. Does it ever go? Well, accumulation there. So then you just get stopped out of break even and then accumulation. Honestly, I was assuming that we were going up to this high as we were very close to it, but it became failure swings. So really trading away from those failure swings on YM becomes a fucking problem. You know what I mean? But we do sweep all relevant highs here on NQ, and you do have that V shape. So with that CISD looking like that, that's a pretty decent entry, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. Right, and that's setting the high of the 10 a.m. candle with that 15-minute into C2 into expansion to target all of this. 1, 2, 3, 4 stack lows together. Yeah, fuck yeah, that was a good entry. Well done. Break even. Chop, holy chop fest, bro. Honestly, with this type of profile, bro, I wouldn't even touch it, dog. Straight up. Straight up, I wouldn't even touch it. I mean, YM doesn't look half bad. Don't get me wrong there. YM doesn't look bad here. But just stuck in on NQ, this is bad. This is extremely bad. Where are we going? You know what I mean? We're staying right in the middle of this range. I don't want to touch it until we hit the externals of the range. We can take notice though that YM wants to go up higher, but even then, bro, look at all of that right next to your stop loss. You don't really want to trade against that. I'd much rather wait for the externals to get hit and then us trade. Yeah, I'd much rather wait for externals to get hit and then trade lower. Oh wait, it's 4th of July. Is it? Yeah, it's 4th of July, bro. Yeah, we're good, bro. Never mind. I'm over here trying to fucking do a breakdown and talking about how it's consolidating. Of course it's consolidating. It's 4th of July, bro. The fuck? Kind of exactly like that. Oh, not exactly like that. I fucker missed. Okay, yeah, so we have SMT here at the accumulation highs where we're going down to all of these lows. That becomes your draw now. So there is a large wick, but this is a very expansive candle as there is so much low resistance liquidity that's located below. With if the expansion is already occurred prior to the driver, so this is almost like an overnight expansion where now I'm gonna be waiting for what I would much rather wait for the pullback. I can't just jump in here. I need to see that different phase in price to push me up into the range because I'm way too fucking low right now. Something just like this. So an AMD accumulation manipulates out that high, and then we get the V-shaped reversal back downwards. Okay, if we're gonna go back up higher, then go up higher. Don't fucking consolidate right here. I don't like the way these highs are all stacked up against each other. I'd much rather see a push up higher into this range and then formulate a 15-minute C2 here, and we could trade the C3 into C3 expansion back downwards. So here's your 15-minute C2. I want to see a push down. Okay, so we are doing a full reversal right now. Any longs here is invalid to me, so I'd much rather just stay out of it if it's going to be long bias, really. You can see that YM does go down to these lows, and Q is making a manipulation up higher, so that way we can go in whatever. And now we can see the V-shaped reversal is taking place here on NQ. The what is that called? I have to wait 15 minutes anyway because now I got to wait for that 30-minute closure. We don't have a 15-minute swing, that's why. Yeah, I'll take this 100%. And I'll utilize this OB because now price should be able to just flush. Unless I have 2R. I'll utilize 50% of this fucking OB, dude. Fuck, dude. That's crazy. It's a crazy stop. It shouldn't come back all the way up there. If it does, we're invalidated anyway. But it really shouldn't. I just don't trust this OB's high. So, like, if it wanted to come up, it can sweep this, and I don't care. But if it comes up to invalidate 50% of this order block, then I'm out anyway. That's a deep retracement. Ah, shit. We're out. Well, fuck. I thought that was a V-shaped reversal, 15-minute C, not a 15-minute C 2 or 3, but it's still a V-shaped reversal, right? Possibly a 1 hour model, whatever, bro. Fuck, I got it wrong. Just full reversal here. That's not really the nicest signature if you gotta ask me, dog. Full reversal away from triple equal lows. Nah. So we got stopped out there, which is. Now it becomes what? An accumulation. I'm not trading this shit. Yo, you're fucking tripping, dude. I let this play. I don't even care. It's going to stay right here. You're not trading that shit. You don't even got to zoom in, bro, to past the 1 hour. This is what you're dealing with? Fuck no. What is this? What is that? It's a barcode, bro. This whole thing is a massive range. Fuck no. You know what I mean? Oh, like don't do that to yourself, bro. Don't do that to yourself. You see that type of thing where it looks like this, don't even try to invent something, bro. It's ass. The whole day is ass. 100%. It's ass. If you feel like it's ass, then it's fucking ass. Let's just put it that way. Don't try to make things up. That's actually a really good saying. I'm writing that down. If you feel like it's ass, then it's most likely ass. Then it's most likely ass. There's times when you look at it, right? Don't you guys ever get those times where you do look at the charts and you look at what it is, and then you're over here thinking in your head like, oh fuck, it looks good, and it's like realistically, bro, it's ass, bro. Like, and you know it was ass, and then you went and entered into the ass, and then you was like, never mind, this is getting out of hand. Fuck, dude. This is ass. This is genuine ass. We got SMT break going. I mean, not even SMT break. Is that SMT? That is SMT break. So we got SMT break going on right now. That is a possible trigger for price to start ripping lower. It's just I don't see it, bro. I don't see the fucking longs, dog. Genuinely. Where? You know what I mean? Be sure this is a chop fest. I mean, unless you want to see this, right? You got that failure to manipulate. You got the push up higher through these. I'd wait for that 15-minute swing formation down to the downside for us to realign us being bullish here. And then this is where you could take those longs again. But now the longs is just going to be at the highest point of the day, sweeping out the highest point right now. And it's like you don't really want to participate in that because you can get caught in this consolidation. So here's a good 15-minute swing formation as YM has made that deeper retracement down lower. Now we just want to go and study to make sure that what the assets are. So we have a very good accumulation. And then now you can see that we do have the V-shaped reversal away from that 15-minute swing to trade back up to the highest point of the day. The SMT break is not reversing price. I would honestly take this right here, dog. Yeah. Pick that back up to the highest point of the day. And that's alongside with pretty much the entry that I would have been in. So that's kind of why I just entered, right? That's the closure, that 15-minute closure right there. So that's pretty much your V-shaped entry. So same area. Stops close to break even here. And you're just trading this asset to go and catch up to with where NQ is. Damn, break even trade. Ah, fuck, got edge there. Oh, maybe not. What the fuck? Ain't no fucking way, bro. Mama, we made it. That's crazy. There is no fucking way, dude. Whatever. Oh. Yo, that's one where you just set and forget, and then while it's running, you just over here like at work, and your heart is pumping, bro. You're checking your phone every 10 minutes to realize that, oh shit, I'm about to be break even, and then all of a sudden you're not, and you're like, yo, holy shit, I'm alive. Sorry, fucking losing my brains, bruh. All right, cool. Well, basically all this trade was realizing that we're not really reversing off of those highs. NQ is not really reversing either. Very bullish market right now. So what is this doing? This is just a retracement, higher time frame retracement to sweep out some lows, get us a 15-minute C2 for us to target back to where the highest point of the day. That's all it really is, right? And then what do you see here is the V-shaped reversal with the clear in, expansion, expansion. Very clear. 15 minutes 15-minute C3, you just enter right there, bro. And you're just catching that 15-minute C3. Setting the low of the 10 a.m. candle as well. So 10 a.m. does open low for that as well. So yeah, that's basically that. Moving on to the next. So taking a look here, daily time frame, what can we take notice of? Price right now is pretty extremely bullish. We do have a draw on liquidity that I would like to see us reach very soon. If anything, we do have a very expansive candle on the previous day. With that expansive candle on the previous day, where would I want to see the lower day get formed? From these 4-hour internal levels here. So with these 4-hour internal levels, this is where I want to trade internal, external. The 6 a.m. candle has a very large wick on NQ. As YM, you can see that it is a lot more bullish. Daily profile now, intraday profile is saying that we do have a nice open low high close forming where we open low pressing up right now. That 6 a.m. candle does look like it's possibly going to be considered the low of day. We can see that NQ is reversing quite aggressively as well right now. So with this aggressive, okay, wait, actually, this is NFP. We're going to trade. We're trading this bitch. We just need to get it upwards. Which asset is going to get there? I believe it's going to be NQ or YM. V-shape, accumulation, manipulation. NQ is already ripping. Yeah, we're in this right here. Strong closure as well. 15-minute swing formation into expansion. Driver confirmation. Yeah, we're in this. Boom. That's us. And this should just rip straight there. No! What the fuck? This is NFP, bro. What are you doing? What are you doing, dude? This is fucking free game, bro. What the fuck? Don't tell me. Don't tell me. There was no reason for it to do that. All of that shit, bro. Wow. Well, that'd be your 15-minute C2. I'm not allowed to trade this now because this is the lowest point of the day. What did I see here was just your accumulation, manipulation, distribution, strong candle closure, driver confirmation, internal, external, NFP highs. Free game, bro. Free fucking game, dude. For you to go upwards. Why did it have to go all the way back down to sweep out a low that was already swept out? I don't know, bro. I'm not entirely sure, dog. I'm completely honest with you. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I have not a single drop of clue of why we had to go all the way back down here after these strong closures, because this became automatically protected once we had this closure through. Once we had this closure through as well, especially with strong closures through here as well. Fuck yeah. V-shape reversal, accumulation, oh shit. Right, so what is it? Expansion, accumulation, manipulation here, expansion, CISD, push, data highs. Fuck yeah, we are in there, bro. What is this one? Expansion, accumulation, manipulation, gaps, expansion away, closure, where, data highs, equal highs. Fuck yeah, we're in there. Bullish order flow. I don't see a problem here. I genuinely do not see the problem here. And you already have high resistance here. Why did 1 sweep, 2 sweep, 3 sweep, 3 drives? You don't even need another one. Why would you need another one? So kind of a weird one. I think that was a good loss. Honestly. There was I don't see any reason for that to fail. which is fine, I guess. Fuck. I just hate when I start losing a lot, bro. Once I start losing a lot, you're like, fuck am I doing, bro? With that being said, very accumulative previous day. Not entirely sure, bro. I don't like how long this wick is here, but we do have SMT between these lows like this now. So that is showing you that NQ is the stronger one. 4 a.m. 2 a.m. C2 V-shape reversal outside of it, right? V-shape accumulation now. Honestly, the accumulation lows need to be swept, bro. You cannot trade away from this. So now you're taking notice that what YM is becoming that more bullish asset with a very strong closure through. It is running us into a very relative level though, so I'm not allowed to just enter here. I always have to wait. Once we run into relevant levels, I wait for the continuation entries. Well, looks like we're not getting that. We're actually getting a rip through all of these lows. So if we're going to rip through these, then that means what? We're no longer going higher. Draw on liquidity is a lot lower. Honestly, I wouldn't even say so, bro. Doesn't make sense. I'd more so want to just trade YM higher. But now I'm looking for simultaneous CISDs and shit, right? So looking at this V-shape reversal here on NQ or YM, it does look good. But with NQ flying downwards, okay, actually, we're good. Because now here's your CISD here on NQ. Also coming into the 10 a.m. And this is like your 10 a.m. open, high, low, close. This becomes your entry here. And I can put my stops at the 10 a.m. low for 3R or 2R for us to go and rip us up higher. Damn. That's fucking crazy, bro. Well, holy shit. And we just accumulate. All assets just accumulate after that. Well, I'm on a losing streak. What the fuck, dude? That was insane. I definitely was not bearish with a no wick daily candle. That's just me, personally. In a bullish order flow with equal highs above, not really my thing to be bearish here. Not really my thing. I'm not gonna front there. But we are bearish. We are bearish. Well, now we're bullish because of the daily profile. But we was bearish. This is also Tuesday. Monday went and opened super low. What are we trading now? Very expansive previous day, but is this just a rebalance of this range? That's what you have to ask yourself, right? I do think that it's just a rebalance with a nice open low profile, and now we are just reacting. Or are we going down to these lows here, and this is your draw on liquidity? Because this could be considered your draw if we're taking a look at it as just this model here. The only problem is that there's these equal highs that's next to each other here from the bigger, higher time frame. Push, retrace, and looking for an expansion up higher. So if this 6 a.m. is just going to keep on continuing, I'm actually just going to keep following with the 6 a.m. candle here. Because expansion has already occurred prior to the driver, I would more so want to see a pullback into the range in order for us to go and trade or just do a full reversal. Looks like we are actually bearish. Holy fuck, dude, this is crazy. Looks like we are actually bearish. Hold on. I am adjusting myself. Can you stop doing that, bro? Fuck. Trying to fucking go on my thing here. Here's your 10 a.m. opening high. Setting that high here inside of this 15-minute gap. Setting the high of that 10 a.m. candle with a 15-minute C2. And then expansion lower. Expansion lower. Expansion lower. Okay, pushes up one last time. Okay, inside this 15-minute C2. Expansion lower. Expansion lower. Expansion lower. Expansion lower. Fuck. Definitely not trusting that closure. See how I take super long, bro? It's not a closure you really want to see, dog. I ain't going front about that. Okay, so we run up one more time. By this time, you don't even want to see it fucking play. This thing is just fucking around at this point, bro. I'm not going to front to you. You don't really want to trade that anymore. Because then that just becomes what? Consolidation. Right? You wanted to see this guy. The in and then the out. Into the 15, out of the 15. Not I barely close, but I close. Fuck no. You want to see that shit close with intent, dog. You know what I mean? Let that shit close like this. Full body closures. Full body closures. Look at the way once this candle closes. Right? Look how full body closure this is versus non-body closure. Full body closure, very thick candle, lots of momentum. I don't even gotta look. This is for sure a 15-minute swing. This is the opening of the three. Yeah, you're looking at a 15-minute C2 into expansion, looking for that 1300 expansion down to the downside. Full body closures with intent equals what? The push downwards. You know what I mean? And that's just on full body closures, bro. I just don't trade at 1300. You know what I mean? I don't ever trade at 1300, but that's where you would want to go and trade it down to. Cool. Oh, my knees. Okay, cool. So it really depends on what 930 does. If 930 is going to continue, then it's going to continue. But I'd much rather trade back upwards. Or not. Or fucking not. One thing I learned about these gaps here, wait for the deeper retracement. As much as you think that first one is valid, fuck no, it's never valid, bro. I'm not going to lie. We got to rebalance this range a little more. Okay. Here would be trading away from a 15-minute swing formation. Damn. All of these highs, though. Not the nicest. Not gonna lie about that, big dog. Oh shit, my bad. Fuck. That was fucking crazy. Alright, well. Honestly, I need to see that 15-minute swing, you know what I mean? It's just not fair. Or go up to data highs this time. Looks like we are going up to data highs this time. So if we're gonna go up to data highs this time, I got it wrong again. Fuck. See if we can get a 15-minute swing here. I'd have to wait the full 15. Now you're just way too high in the fucking range, bro, to be trading this. Looking here, push downwards, 15-minute swing to the upside. Here's your 15-minute swing to the upside. V-shape reversal. I need to wait 3 more minutes. There's your 3 more minutes. V-shape reversal, entry, accumulation, manipulation, distribution. Where am I reading the accumulation? Accumulation, manipulation, distribution. To where? Data highs. Right? So or maybe not. Well, you still get like 3R out of it, right? I mean, obviously, you're not going for the full 5. Do you get 3? 2.7. Whatever. 2R is good enough, right? I feel like. Yeah, so really nothing there for me. Yeah. I mean, I got the whole bias wrong. I thought we were going bearish. So, that one time that data highs failed me, shook me out of that trade. Shook me out of not taking that trade. Not even shook me out of that trade. But yeah, so bearish order flow, 2200, forming that C2. We are expanding lower. We impacted A low. I don't know what low that is, but it's A low. That's J low, motherfucker. That was so fucking. Never mind. I'm not gonna say that word. I'm sorry. That's how you get canceled. I don't even know what canceled is. Oh fuck, 11 o'clock, bro. Yeah, we good. We good. Accumulation. I want to see all this accumulation highs get swept before even participating in there. Right, seeing all of this get swept is my on my 2026 goals. Oh shit. No 15-minute swing. That's fucking crazy. Let's get that 15-minute swing. Now looking for the V shape. No V shape. Wait for a new 15. Looking for the V shape. No 15. Holy fuck. What the fuck? Well, apparently we're extremely bullish here. What the fuck? That's fucking crazy, dog. I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't understand why we'd be extremely bullish too. I ain't gonna lie about that. Higher time frame is telling me to be bearish here. Yeah, not entirely sure why that would be bullish here. Why we had a bullish candle. Not not even joking. I mean, yeah, I'm low key kind of clueless. Not gonna front there, but it is setting an SMT at this low. So with this SMT and the asset that did set this manipulation, there's actually a two-stage like this, and the asset that's setting that manipulation is reversing price. That validates this SMT here. So there is reasonings now for us to actually start traveling up. I just didn't see it then and there, but now there is. But yeah, and we are failing to manipulate this high. I want to be aware when we tap into this one and when we tap into this one because they're separated like that. And obviously that's where we are going to. A pretty good spot for us to go and trade is going to be like that high there. Everything is pretty much going up to the upside. Price is ripping right now. So with price ripping like this, it's just pretty interesting. Pretty interesting here. I need to see a deeper retrace in order to fucking trade this. But yeah, I need to see a deeper retrace in order to trade this lower or trade this higher here. Yeah, that's just what it is, bro. I need to see a 15-minute swing, not just go straight up. So let's see if we can get on side with the lagging asset logic. Okay, so we do tap us into that level. I'm not thinking that that's the high. That's not the high. This is nothing but a retrace for me. And I want to possibly see lagging asset logic take place where we can see YM actually become the stronger one now to break that SMT. We need phase of price to go and support this idea though. So let's see if phase of price can support this where YM becomes that stronger asset. I do not want to enter this now because we do tap us into a relative level where that can send me into a different phase. This is your different phase and your continuation signature now outside of that 3-minute where this can go and return me up there. So with that being said, I just needed that continuation signature through that high, right? For us to actually show me that it wants to, like, it's not going to just fucking reverse off of it. That's just on that. Right, so now with this being said, I'll go stops or break even. And we'll just go for 2R here. Go for like that. For that lagging asset logic. Oh, no way. No way. Honestly, even taking at 1R now is pretty good. I think I'm going to take it at 1R. It's kind of difficult, bro. We're just chopping now. Right? Take it out at 1R. 4 test the 2. Better to just take the 1. Live market probably would have took the 1. Because now you're just chopping up. You're like, the chances of you getting stopped at a break even are pretty fucking high. I'm not going to lie to you. And then that would be like your power hour type move. Yeah, bro. You've already been in this bit. Fuck all of that. Pretty decent there. Yeah. Decent. See how like this one, it come down as well. And now you're just waiting for it. But pretty decent there. Let's go and continue from here now. On to the next. 1R on the day. Fuck, I'm sorry, bro. I'm getting fucking thrown off over here. This is fucking insane. Like, super distracting, I'm not gonna lie. That is so fucking distracting, bro. It's insane. My bad, guys. All right, so let's focus here again. Focusing in to go up to these highs here. That's going to be considered my draw on liquidity. Um, I'm trying to get up to there, and we're trying to go and trade up to here as well. These are going to be considered my draws for the day. We are pushing, got some relative equal highs on the high end of things. Wanting to see us get there. It's just how to get there is going to be the real question, right? Just massive expansion up to the upside. I don't even know if I can participate in something like this just because there's so much expansion candles that this requires for a different phase, especially if expansion has happened early yesterday. It happened early on Friday and it just kept on going. With it just keep on going like this, I would like to trade back down lower. I'm not going to front about that. It's just because we need to rebalance the range. We like, even if I'm going to trade away from here, it still needs to rebalance the range, bro. It's not possible for us to fucking keep going like this. Unless it gives us a different phase already, which it is. And this 15-minute is giving me a pretty nice sweeping. Oh, it's equal lows, but nonetheless, I mean, it doesn't look half bad. It's just very wicky here. I can see us pushing back downwards. Super wicky, not entirely my style. I'd more so want to wait. Yeah, I'd more so want to wait for these It looks like it's accumulating. You know what I mean? That different phase is getting to us. Um, I need to see those accumulation lows get swept. Truth be told. Truth be told, right? It's just not working out right now. Yeah, this is a fucking accumulation. Why did it accumulate? No, that's something that you have to ask yourself, right? Why did it accumulate here is because of all of this expansion, bro. What can happen after expansion? Accumulation, right? So that's just something that you got to take into consideration, especially right here too as well. I mean, oh wait, this is the pre-market. So after expansion has happened, we expand. It looks like what has happened is we expand into a relative level already. So we can anticipate for that different phase in price. I would honestly rather try and fade this, right? Why didn't I? I don't know. I don't know why. I think I just got distracted. And yeah, market just fucking chops up right here sideways. So that's not a bad, like it's expected, right? It's that those are definitely expected moments for it to happen. Obviously we want to be bullish. We do want to be bullish here, but it's just how do we get there was the real question. That's always something that I ask myself is how do I get there? We do see this daily C2 pushing me downwards. Oh, missed it. This is SMT. So this is an SMT C2. We do have that C2 pressing us. It's quite extreme. This is a V-shaped reversal. I'm not going to lie. We can off of a relative high with an SMT. I don't like the way they're relative equal highs SMT, and we can anticipate for those to be broken, but it's really going to be dependent if this internal range is going to hold. I can see market actually ripping us back upwards through these highs just based off of order flow in itself. And the 6 a.m. candle is quite aggressive, and we do have a lot of accumulation, manipulation, expansion. And now I would like to see a deeper retracement, and we do want to see if these gaps are going to hold, because if these gaps are going to hold, then that means this gap here on the 4-hour time frame is going to fail, and we are actually trading up bullish to those equal highs that's located above. If we do want to expand away, because the way that YM, the asset setting the manipulation, has expanded away, then we can see this as an accumulation, manipulation, distribution. But we need to see, okay, so 930 is reversing price here, and with 930 reversing price, we can see that it actually isn't respecting any of these gaps. With those gaps being disrespected, we see those 15-minute models forms a high day with the V-shaped reversal, and now I'll be looking for a continuation entry. So we are actually pushing back upwards, so it's very fuck, is it just gonna accumulate again or what? So YM is pushing us up here. Can't trade away from these. YM is really aggressive up to the upside, so we're bullish. Right now it's just trying to get on side with a move here and seeing if we can get a 15-minute swing. This would be like a form of 15-minute swing. Yeah, that's a 15-minute swing, but now you're literally at the highest point of this price leg again, right? So that's when you can anticipate for these type of things happening. Fuck. It's just too high now. Genuinely. Too fucking high. I'm not gonna lie to you there. Yeah, I think I'm gonna pass on this one again. So we're gonna pass on it. Nothing really there for us, which is fine. You know what I mean? Which is fine. So let's go ahead and take a look here at this one. It's just like I'm not trying to end off like this, bro. I'm trying to get me a good trade in. I wanted to trade higher, but it's like, bro, these lows here. I was confused. I was able to frame it both ways. These lows here, all stacked up against each other like that. Fuck. At the top of this expansion thing, fuck that. You know what I mean? Pretty good at that. We are making a retracement. I want to go and target towards all of those failures that's located there. We do see this accumulation, the manipulation here, and the expansion away from this manipulation zone here. I do want to take notice that we are running into this relative level. In order to get on side with this trade now, I would need to see what a continuation signature through it. Because when you anticipate, when you get in, or when you hit these type of levels, you can get a reaction out of it, and then this would be your continuation signature through it after manipulating out those lows. We can see YM is not really. We might be just seeing that strength switching into NQ to rip higher to go and as the stronger asset for today. So you have your accumulation, manipulation, distribution impacting this relevant level, and then it pushes back down, manipulates out that low, and then the continuation signature through the relevant level for us to go back up higher. Oh fuck, that's crazy. That's such a crazy pushback. Stops now goes to break even, and then there's your 2R, right? And you can see how YM just decoupled because it became the weaker asset, right? And yeah, that's basically what that is there. So we didn't really use a simultaneous CISD. Why? Because YM is fucking decoupling itself, and really we just have that accumulation, manipulation, distribution, run into a relevant level. What do you have to wait for? The continuation signature. Why? So we can say this is a failure to manipulate to go to higher prices, because sometimes it hits this accumulation highs, and this is just based off of things I noticed, like just when I'm going to stop, and it goes down lower to sweep out this low, and then now what are you getting? The accumulation high fell, and what do you get? Swept out, and all of a sudden now you're in the wrong asset. Like, just fucking wait for that continuation entry so that way you can target this, obviously, right? Well, yeah, that's basically that. Cool. And I'm going to finish there just because it's July 20th already. I didn't even notice where we were. But other than that, yeah, that's basically that. And let's drop into the El Statisticos. We got chopped, bro. 2R on the month of July so far. So chopped up 2R. Got 1, 2, 3 wins, 3 losses. Rarely trading. There really wasn't any trades for me specifically. It was a lot of them was just runaway trades, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you there. We did pretty well overall, and like I did say, that's what I wanted to work on, was fucking lowering my frequency and being more picky. But fuck, dude. Like, fucking not this picky, where I'm only up 2R now in this whole month. I guess I'm going to have to review to make sure that there wasn't any trades. And a lot of the days I wasn't just skipping it because I was being too picky. But realistically speaking, I feel like every day of this month was just a ripper, bro. If I got to be completely honest with you. I feel like every single one of these months was a ripper. But other than that, I'll catch you guys in the next session. Yeah, that's pretty much it for me, dog. I'm going to call it a session. Maybe I'll call it a night. I'm going to take a break because I didn't take a break yet. Yeah, I'm just going to take a break real quick. I didn't take a break for like the last 4 hours. I was just consistently going, dog. Shit's crazy. But other than that, yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next session. Yeah. If you guys like this type of content, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace. I think I said that like fucking 7 times already. All right, peace.